special counsel has been appointed by Merrick Garland regarding the investigation of Donald Trump. Interesting, the individual selected has a history of engagement on conservative issues, including the Tea Party cases. He was, in fact, Jack Smith was one of the lawyers at DOJ who said, with Lois Lerner, if you remember, can you go ahead and get your group to investigate some of these organizations to see if we could bring criminal cases against them? That will, teach them a lesson, so to speak. And that became part of the case, actually, that we dealt with. So the way it works under the law is it's the sole determinative person to appoint a special counsel is the Attorney General. So Merrick Garland was the one that can appoint. It means that the Department of Justice may be conflicted, that they were concerned there'd be conflicts inside that will look too political.
Sort of like recusing yourself some way.
Yeah, like halfway recusing yourself. Yeah. The problem is the person they appointed is a person that has, and again, it's nothing against the lawyer, but he was involved in the Tea Party targeting cases. Yeah. He also prosecuted Bob McDonnell, the governor of Virginia. He won an 11-count conviction, which was summarily overturned by the Supreme Court, 9-0.
So someone who feels like at least has some bias going into this.
Yeah, I think the problem.
It was his job, I guess, at that point.
Yeah, he was the section chief of public integrity. But yeah. I mean, to say that he's coming to it with no
preconceived notions
is ridiculous. Yeah. Okay, he had preconceived notions. So I think you just have to look at it that way.
And what's his job? So now they pass it to him.
He's in charge. He's the lawyer in charge. So everybody reports to him. He will probably take his staff, will be a lot of the people that are working on it. He can add to that staff. He'll be given a budget. He's probably, technically they're supposed to move expeditiously. My experience was it took 2 years. So
it's a perfect timing. It takes
sure,
2 years.
Because they could come out with their announcement in March of 2024.
Right.
Right as the stuff heats up. Either that or they're going to move very quickly. It's going to be one or the other. Generally, these don't move quickly. These take on a life of their own. So I'm concerned about it. I don't like the special counsel statute. I think they should do away with it. Initially, they didn't think they needed a special counsel, but obviously that changed. The rationale
changed when he announced.
They're saying that is the basis upon which Merrick Garland said, I need a special counsel here because we don't want to look like we're going after President Biden's rival. And he pointed out in his statement that President Trump had announced and Joe Biden has indicated that he intends to be a candidate as well. So he concluded that it is in the public interest to appoint a special counsel. So they don't want to look like they're taking sides. But ultimately, Merrick Garland decides. Now, I'll tell you what he'll do. My guess is whatever Jack Smith and the special counsel come up with, that's what they're going to put in place. That's my guess.
Since, President Trump made the announcement that he was going to run again, I think we know that all guns are going to come out shooting towards him, and the special counsel is just one more target.
You don't want a special counsel whose sole job and sole resources are to focus on you. And so that part of I don't know if they calculated that in this process. His lawyers, I don't know what the lawyers representing the former president are thinking, but the appointment of a special counsel, and I can speak to this because I was the lawyer that handled the last special counsel, you don't look at that as a positive development in the cases.